Siblings of the golden child, when did your parents' favoritism come back to bite them? My brother Jace could do no wrong. Same parents, same house, but I was basically the practice kid they tested all their parenting mistakes on. Jace got a brand new gaming setup for his 16th birthday. Top of the line everything. Custom RGB lighting, mechanical keyboard, professional gaming chair, the works. Meanwhile, I got his old broken controller that drifted to the left and had sticky buttons from when he spilled Mountain Dew on it 2 years earlier. When Jace crashed Dad's car into our neighbor's mailbox at 17, they bought him a newer Honda Civic the next week. Accidents happen, son. You're learning. When I scratched Mom's car backing out of the driveway, I worked 3 months at McDonald's flipping burgers just to pay for the paint job. The pattern was always crystal clear. Jace's mistakes were valuable learning experiences that built character. Mine were proof that I was irresponsible and needed to face consequences. Senior year was different, though. I busted my butt studying while Jace partied through his classes. Somehow I managed to get accepted to MIT with a partial scholarship. I was over the moon until I realized I still needed $8,000 for the remaining tuition and living expenses. I sat my parents down with all my acceptance letters, scholarship paperwork, and a detailed budget plan. They looked proud for about 30 seconds before Dad cleared his throat. Money's really tight right now, kiddo. Maybe you should consider starting at community college first, then transferring later. I felt like someone punched me in the gut. This was MIT, my dream school, but I nodded and said I understood. 2 weeks later, Jace decided his new passion was becoming a DJ. Not just any DJ, though. He wanted to be the next big electronic music producer. My parents didn't even hesitate. They dropped $12,000 on professional mixing equipment, studio monitors, and a whole setup that took over half our basement. I watched him throw parties down there every weekend, playing the same 3 songs on repeat while I sat upstairs filling out student loan applications and scholarship essays until my eyes burned. I decided to go to MIT anyway, took out every loan I could qualify for, worked in the campus dining hall, tutored rich kids for extra cash. I studied like my life depended on it because honestly it did. 4 years later, I graduated with a computer science degree and landed a job at Google making 6 figures straight out of college. Meanwhile, Jace's DJ career lasted exactly 4 months before he got bored and moved on to his next brilliant idea, cryptocurrency trading with Mom and Dad's retirement fund. Spoiler alert, that didn't work out either. By the time I turned 26, I had my own apartment in San Francisco, a decent car, and money in savings. Jace was 32, still living in our childhood bedroom, surrounded by thousands of dollars worth of equipment he never learned how to use properly. Last month, my phone rang while I was at work. It was Mom, and she sounded absolutely exhausted and defeated. Dad had been laid off from his job after 20 years. They were 3 months behind on mortgage payments, and they desperately wanted to retire but couldn't afford it. Jace wasn't contributing a single penny to household expenses, and had actually asked them for more money to invest in his latest business venture, selling essential oils. We were wondering, Mom said very carefully, if you might be able to help us out with the mortgage payments. Just temporarily, of course, until we get back on our feet and Dad finds another job. I let the silence hang there for a long moment, thinking about all those times they said money was tight when I desperately needed help. All those times they chose Jace over me. All those nights I ate ramen noodles for dinner while he got takeout. You know what, Mom? Money's really tight for me right now, too. San Francisco is expensive, and I've got my own bills to worry about. Maybe you and Dad should consider working a little longer. Character building and all that. It'll teach you valuable life lessons about responsibility. Then I hung up the phone and immediately opened my laptop to book a 2-week vacation to Japan, complete with first-class flights and luxury hotels. All while my brother lounged in his bedroom, jobless, draining their savings and living without a care in the world.